Okay, good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, Hannah and Alejandro. Today we are doing lesson 3-3, comparing numbers. So when we compare numbers, we are comparing one number to another by if it's greater than, less than, or equal to each other. All right, at the beginning of the year when we were doing our review, we were practicing by, remember the wide open part is where the larger number goes and the point is where the smaller number goes, right? So my larger number is going to go here and my smaller number is going to go at the point. Same way if it's this way. If my smaller number is here, then my larger number is going to go here. If my numbers are the same, they are going to have an equal sign in between them, right? Does everybody remember doing these before at the beginning of the year? And I know you did them in first grade. I'm sure you probably did them in kindergarten, right? No. Okay.
Nope.
No?
No.
You probably maybe just don't remember. You probably learned them a little differently. Okay, so let's look at number 1. We have 48 and we have 27. What are we going to put in between there? Miles.
The higher side.
And which one is that?
Greater than.
Okay, so how do we know which is greater than? What are you going to do? Are you going to choose this one or that one?
The one on the bottom.
Okay, so you're going to put this one, 48 is greater than 27. Now, you're going to put the sign in the little circle. You're going to put this sign in the circle, but on the line, you are going to write greater than. All right, the words are right there. See where it says compare? Write less than, is equal to, or is greater than. Okay, so write the word greater than. Okay, any problems with doing these? Yes?
If you don't know how to spell greater than, it says it up here. It says greater than right next to right under the word that says listen then.
Yes, it does. Less than, yeah, so if the number is, if the first number is smaller than the second number, then you would put less than. If they are the same, you're going to put what?
Equal.
Yes. Okay, so I think we're okay doing these since we've been practicing. We practiced these at the beginning of the year. Yes, Isabel?
On the back of this page it says I don't know what page.
What page? 119 we're on. All right, so go ahead and turn the page over because I'll let you do the rest on your own. I don't think you're going to have a problem with those. Does anyone think they're going to have a problem with them?
No.
Okay, so turn your paper over to page 120, the back side. 5 through 13, you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to put the symbol in, greater than, less than, equals to. Just please pay attention to your numbers. What do you look at first to know if it's greater than, less than?
The number.
Connor.
The tens, then if they're the same, then that means you look at the ones. If they're all the same, you know it's equal. But if the tens is different, whichever one is less or more, you can know it by the tens and ones.
Perfect. Good job, Connor. All right, so let's look at number 14 then, since that's a word problem. A farmer has 36 goats and 27 sheep. Does the farmer have a greater number of goats or sheep? The farmer has a greater number of which one? Tommy?
Goats.
Of goats. And besides just writing goats, I want you to show me how you know that. Okay, make sure you put, since we are doing math, we should be doing the equations along with it, okay?
Write about it. 15. Write about it.
Yes.
Okay.
So for number 15, tell how you can use this model to compare 46 and 54. So how can we use this model to compare? Dylan.
Well, it's 46 and 54.
Mm-hmm. So how can we use that model to compare it?
46.
So you wrote them out. Okay, so Dylan wrote out 46 is what, Dylan?
Is smaller than 54.
Okay, and what do we use instead of smaller? What words do we use instead of saying smaller? What do we say? What is that called?
Is 54.
Is it greater than? It is? 46 is greater than 54?
54 is greater than.
Okay, but 46 comes first, so what are we gonna say? 46 is what? Who knows what word I'm looking for? Steven? Less than, okay? So 46 is less than, you have the symbol right, but I wanna make sure you're saying it correct. Is less than 54, all right? So, but we still need to answer the question, tell how you can use this model to compare 46 and 54. So what can you do, Connor?
First look at the tens, and if they're not the same, whichever one has more is the greater number, and whichever one has less is the less one.
Okay, perfect. So you can count the tens in each one first. And we noticed that the first one had less tens than the second model, right? So we would already know that the first one is less than. And you could put a less than sign right in between the models. Okay, I think you guys are gonna do great completing these, right? Just remember, when you're doing this answer, when you're putting the symbols in, say to yourself, greater than or less than, whatever it is, so you get used to saying those words over and over again, okay? If you guys need me at home, just please let me know and I'll be happy to work with you. All right, have a good